Surely, there's no greater sense of satisfaction than receiving your hard-earned paycheck. However, when that paycheck also entails settling bills and setting aside savings, it can be disheartening and draining. But worry no more, as we are about to introduce you to some ways for you to maximize your paycheck where you can also enjoy your hard-earned paycheck. Hey, what's good? Nova Society is where the magic happens. If you're not one of our esteemed subscribers yet, it's time to change that. Join us today. Pay yourself first. You've just received your paycheck, and you're still reveling in the excitement of seeing your income in your checking account. But then it hits you. You have bills to settle, groceries to buy, and a credit card balance to clear, along with various other responsibilities to tend to. This aspect of payday isn't particularly enjoyable, but it's a necessary part of life, and we have to address it. It's easy to get caught up in the routine of paying your rent, utilities, and other obligations. I prefer to deal with my bills first, ensuring that whatever remains is mine to use as I see fit. However, there's a crucial step you should consider taking. You need to pay yourself as well. Treat your savings account as if it were a monthly bill that must be settled, just like your rent or utilities. This idea draws inspiration from the renowned billionaire Warren Buffett, who famously said, "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." Buffett emphasizes the importance of prioritizing yourself before anything else because it's common to allocate funds to everyone else and forget about your financial well-being. And when I say pay yourself, I'm not exclusively referring to covering bills. Let's envision a scenario. You've paid your bills, and you start feeling responsible and deserving of some enjoyment. The next thing you know, you've spent what's left without setting anything aside for yourself. It's the classic work hard, play hard scenario. So, before addressing your bills or indulging in leisure activities, make sure to pay yourself first. This is your initial step when you receive your paycheck. Any investment in yourself is the most valuable one you can make. Then, consider pursuing your passions and interests. Remember, whatever fuels your enthusiasm is worth pursuing. Save for emergencies. The next step is to allocate money for unexpected emergencies. I understand that you might be hesitant, thinking, "I've already paid myself, so why do I need emergency savings?" Let me clarify this. The money you've set aside to pay yourself should not be considered your entire savings. If you do that, here's what might happen. In case of an emergency, you'll have to dip into those funds. And if you've already used up your disposable income, this becomes inevitable. Emergencies can strike without warning, whether they're major or minor, and no one is immune to them, not you, not anyone else. That's why it's crucial to be well prepared for unforeseen circumstances, rather than worrying without taking action. I plan so that I'm never caught off guard by emergencies. Prepare for financial surprises before they happen. That's why it's called an emergency. It can occur at any time. Establishing a systematic savings plan for an emergency fund is the second thing you should do when you receive your paycheck. When you set aside funds for emergencies, it's important to clearly define what constitutes an emergency. Upgrading your phone or car doesn't qualify as an emergency. True emergencies are situations like a sudden car breakdown or unexpected medical bills. In such cases, you'll need quick access to funds. Here's how you can go about it. Calculate the amount you'd require to cover your expenses if you were to lose your source of income. Then, multiply that by 6 to 9 months and aim to save up to that level. Keep in mind that emergency savings are not meant to generate profits. They serve as a safety net to shield your long-term savings and investments from unexpected short-term expenses. Budget. Before you indulge in carefree spending, it's essential to establish a budget to ensure that you can enjoy it without depleting your entire income. Well, budgeting can feel constricting, making you think that you don't have enough. This perspective likely stems from not knowing how to budget effectively. When you're unable to allocate your income correctly in various budget categories, it can lead to frustration. Merely hearing the word budget would make me want to disengage. You may want to distance yourself from the idea of scarcity that budgeting seemed to imply. However, you will eventually grasp the true significance and power of budgeting, and it has transformed my financial approach. Working diligently doesn't mean you should splurge with your entire income. This is a key reason why many people find themselves living paycheck to paycheck. It's crucial to recognize that just because you earn, let's say, $3,000 per month, doesn't imply that you should spend it all. Although it might be tempting and seems like a significant sum of hard-earned money, remember that there will be more income next month. However, this doesn't matter if you spend it all now. It's a pitfall, leading to an unending cycle of living from one paycheck to the next. A well-structured budget guides you in correctly allocating your resources. When you create a budget and adhere to it, you gain insight into how to make your income work for you. Moreover, it allows you to spend with confidence and without guilt. Therefore, it's imperative to establish a budget as soon as you receive your paycheck, so you don't exhaust your hard-earned income all at once. Pay debt. Following expenses, one of the less enjoyable aspects of payday is addressing debt repayment. It's certainly a mood dampener, but regrettably, there's no escaping it. You should repay your debts, and the best time to do this is when you receive your paycheck. You might wonder why it has to be right when you get paid. After all, you'd rather kick back and enjoy your money. I completely understand that sentiment. Relaxation and enjoyment are important. However, it's crucial to prioritize debt repayment when you receive your paycheck. This applies to all kinds of debt, including loans, overdue payments, and especially high-interest debt. It's advisable to tackle high-interest debt first because the longer you take to pay it off, the more interest you end up owing. Nobody wants to allocate nearly all their income to servicing debt. I certainly don't, and I'm confident you don't either. So, when you get paid, allocating funds to pay off your debt should be a top priority. Don't postpone it until the next payday or wait for a lump sum, as the interest will continue to accumulate. Addressing your debt when you receive your paycheck will alleviate your burden. The goal should always be to avoid accumulating debt that you cannot manage. You should start minimizing debt whenever possible. For instance, people can lead happier lives if they steer clear of credit card debt. There's simply no reason to pay large interest rates when you can't generate returns of your own that match or exceed them. So, here's some advice. Consider investing them in index funds regularly, which can be a wise financial move. Invest 20% of your income. Why go through all these challenges just to earn money? Trust me, the effort will be well worth it. While many people are investing, there are just as many who aren't, and their reasons are understandable. You've likely heard numerous stories, and you may fear that your hard-earned money will follow the same path if you invest. Let me offer this perspective. Overcome your fear of risk. Success often requires taking some form of risk, and life itself is inherently risky. As Warren Buffett wisely noted, risk arises from not knowing what you're doing. The key here is to conduct thorough research and arm yourself with knowledge. A common theme among people is the belief that they have all the time in the world to begin saving or investing. However, time is a precious commodity, and once lost, it cannot be recovered. Don't delay investing because you think you need a larger sum of money to start or because you want to wait until your next payday. Begin now with whatever modest amount you have and witness its growth over time. Now, I'm not suggesting that you should allocate your entire income to investing. Setting aside 20% of your income to enhance your net worth can be a wise move. This percentage should serve as a minimum, as you will still have other expenses to address. You can utilize this portion to acquire assets that generate additional income. These assets may include real estate, a diversified stock portfolio, rental properties, and more. Remember that you're working towards financial security, and having some cash on hand is crucial. Avoid maxing out your credit cards and focus on building a diversified portfolio of assets. Create a spending plan. In addition to having a budget and adhering to it, it's advisable to create a spending plan when you receive your paycheck. While having a budget is essential, effectively sticking to it can be quite challenging. This is where a spending plan becomes valuable. Sometimes, adhering strictly to a budget can be demanding, and unexpected expenses or the need to allocate more funds to certain areas may arise. Life happens, and unforeseen circumstances are inevitable. Even if you maintain a tight grip on managing your finances, a spending plan remains necessary. Often, without a spending plan, you may not have a clear understanding of where your hard-earned income is going, despite having a budget in place. I understand if you're waiting for your income to increase shortly before taking more proactive steps. However, it's advisable not to wait for that. Learning to manage your current resources effectively will enable you to gain control and make the most of what you have. To achieve this, you need a clear understanding of where your income is currently allocated and where you intend it to go. As your income increases, you'll become even more proficient at managing it effectively. If you ever think that a spending plan is unimportant, consider the following scenarios.
And here we go.
Recall the times you made quick stops at the ATM, and it wasn't just once or twice. Think about those instances when you hurried to the grocery store for milk and eggs or purchased those shoes on sale because you didn't want to miss out. All of these occurred despite having a budget in place. These small, unchecked expenses can accumulate and significantly impact your income. Therefore, it's crucial to track your expenses diligently with the help of a spending plan. Keep some cash. Take a look at Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. They firmly advocate maintaining a significant cash reserve. These two individuals have expressed their strong belief in holding a minimum of $20 billion in cash for unforeseen emergencies or exceptional investment opportunities. This is a point worth considering, even if you don't take away anything else from this discussion. The value of having cash on hand is often underestimated in today's nearly cashless society. The shift towards a cashless environment has its advantages, and the convenience of using cards for seamless payments, particularly when shopping online, is very much appreciated. Nevertheless, this convenience doesn't diminish the significance of keeping some cash readily available. This practice has multiple benefits. It helps reduce the frequency of withdrawing funds from my account, and most importantly, it minimizes the need to dip into your savings constantly. Outsource time. Time is valuable, and there's no need to squander it on routine tasks when you have the option to delegate them and engage in more productive activities. You can opt to outsource activities such as grocery shopping, laundry, cleaning, and meal preparation. By doing so, you free up your time for more meaningful endeavors. Consider using this newfound time for activities like relaxation, meditation, taking a leisurely walk, or going for a run. Alternatively, you can channel this time into creating an additional income stream. Opportunities abound, such as freelancing, babysitting, launching a podcast, or starting a YouTube channel. The possibilities are limitless. In reality, you don't have to make sacrifices when it comes to having fun and indulging in the fruits of your labor. What truly matters is having a well-thought-out financial plan that allocates your funds wisely. It's entirely possible to savor life, save for the future, and meet your financial obligations. All it requires is a wise approach to spending. Being aware of how you spend your money is one good way for you to enjoy while saving up for the future. If you want to learn more about personal finance and generational wealth building strategies, visit our channel and subscribe for more enlightening videos to increase your wealth.